What's up, fam? We got a story here, a sad story out of here, the great state of Texas, where two friends got into it over a French fry. Let the news tell it, which caused one of them to take the other one's life. Now, the only reason why I'm bringing this story is because there's something deeper I want to get into. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna watch this news clip, and then I'm gonna give my take. And as always, I want you to give your take in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. When you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
An 18-year-old accused of killing a friend after a disagreement over food is now in custody 2 weeks after the shooting.
Lamarcus Darden Jr. is accused of shooting Jarvis Davis at a Fort Worth apartment after Davis would not share his French fries. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager spoke to the victim's mom today. Peyton.
Steve, and multiple people witnessed this shooting inside of an apartment, including children. So Fort Worth police tell me they were confident in who they were looking for. We now know this 18-year-old suspect was tracked down all the way to Tyler, Texas. That's about 140 miles away from Fort Worth. He was tracked down to a hotel. Fort Worth police tell me it's possible he has family in that area, but he's now back in North Texas. That suspect is at the Tarrant County Jail tonight.
Oh yeah, he knows somebody out there. He knows somebody out there.
It's so senseless.
Senseless. That's how Sharika Kennedy describes the murder of her son.
Why? Now that's the question. Why? No, my baby was probably genuinely his friend. My baby wasn't expecting him to shoot him. Everybody in the house was like, they thought he was joking about the fries.
19-year-old Jarvis Davis shot and killed inside this West Fort Worth apartment near Camp Bowie in 820 back on January 28th.
Now, see, that got 2 weeks ago. I said before I did a story on the lady who 3 kids drowned in this pond. And I said, you're not going to get, when a mom loses her child, very rarely you're going to see a mom do interviews with the news or talk to anybody about her child dying. But that woman, like the day they passed away, she did like interview after interview after interview with like very little tears, very little remorse. And I know people grieve differently or whatever, but you just rarely going to see something like that, especially if they babies die. But this has been about 2 weeks out, at least. Yeah, at least 2 weeks out. So now this mother here is, you know what I'm saying, talking.
Witnesses told police a group just got back from grabbing food at Wingstop when there was an argument. Investigators say Davis didn't share his fries with the suspect, later identified as 18-year-old Lamarcus Darden.
My son's girlfriend was laying on his lap at the time of it, and she said she just heard a glass break. A gunshot in a glass break.
Fort Worth police say Darden pulled out a handgun, shot Davis in the head, and took off from the complex. He was tracked down nearly 2 weeks later. Kennedy, a mother of 8, now with a missing piece in her family and frustrated, considering she says her son and Darden were friends.
How it happened is just, I'm never going to be okay with it. I'm never going to be okay with it.
And Darden transferred to the Tarrant County Jail yesterday. He is charged with murder. This evening, we reached out to his attorney. They got back to us. The attorney tells us he's not ready to make a public statement at this time.
And then, too, it might be based on how many kids a mother has, or I would say how old they are. Because think about life, no matter what happens, good or bad, no matter what kind of tragedy you go through, sure, that sun gonna still come up tomorrow, no matter what. And a lot of times you can't stop because you may have other kids that you have to take care of that depend on you. It's almost like maybe you can't grieve just yet, you know. But again, interviews, that's something crazy. But anyway, I said the reason why I want to bring this story. This is sad. I mean, they caught the guy. So that's another silly gump off the streets. But my issue is with the news, the media, and how they portrayed this story. Because I feel that they always want to make certain people look a certain way. They want to minimalize the reasoning for the gunfight. Or it ain't a gunfight, for the gun use. They want to minimalize the reason for it to just the boy wouldn't give him no fries. And that's why he took his life, to make us seem like animals, savages for real. People may want to call themselves savages, but they really not. Because if you was a savage, you wouldn't care about your mama, your daddy, your siblings, the world. You be out here robbing, stealing, killing every day of your life because you're a savage. But most people are not that. You got some people like that, but most people are not like that. But they want to make it look like some of us are. I can guarantee you that what happened to that dude, with that young fella, what had very little to do with him not sharing a French fry. And so the dude got so mad he took his life. That makes no sense. I'm willing to bet that maybe that was the tip of the iceberg. That's what, what I'm saying, that's what the straw that broke the camel's back. They were probably talking about the French fry, probably didn't give him none, probably was laughing about it, probably was talking about him, made him feel some type of way, probably trying to embarrass him in front of his girl and the friends and the kids, talking major noise, probably do it all the time, being disrespectful or whatever. And that's what happened, ended up happening. And I'm not justifying it and saying, oh, well, that's a better reason. But no, you have to make sense of stuff in order to figure out how to fix a problem. See, they come out here and say, oh, he did this because he wouldn't give him a French fry. That makes no sense. And there's nothing you can do for a person like that. And they know this. Like, damn, he got mad at French fry. I don't know what to tell you. You can get mad over a French fry. Now, it was something that's I'm willing to bet it was something else. And hopefully, as time go on and this case stays in the public eye, stays in the news, we'll hear the real reason or hear the real story of what happened. But I will not believe that it was over a freaking French fry. Hell, it might have been over the girl that was sitting in the dude's lap. But like I said, that's why I wanted to bring the story to y'all, because it's sad and it's tragic as it is. And it shouldn't have happened no matter what. We can't allow the media to make something worse than what it is, or as primitive or as savage than what it is. Because here's the thing, like I said, when you have a problem, I'm the type of person who always want to know, why did this happen? I mean, all the way down to the root. Because once you figure out why something happened, you have a better chance of figuring out how to solve the issue so it won't happen again, or to limit why it happened. Because you tell somebody, oh man, somebody deleted somebody over a French fry. Shoot, then you got some other fools who might just go out there and do that. They might think it's justified because somebody else did it. See, so you got to be careful, man. You have to spin your own narrative or your own story. You can't allow them folk to do that. To do that, you say, "Damn, I got upset over something and I took it out and shot the boy." But damn, it wasn't over no little freaking French fry. But I'm quite sure that's probably was part of it. But it ain't the whole thing. But anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have intelligent conversation. You know how we do it around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out of your day, but it means the world to us here at this channel. With that being said, I leave you in peace and love, and I'll see you on the other side.